Okay, just a quick chat to camera, although I think my neighbours just started to mow their lawn, which is not going to help. So today I've been asked if I can repair this nice damage here. The garment is new, but was damaged on trying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the zip up about here, and then what we will do is we will open out and we will iron some interfacing to the damaged part here to give this strength, and then we will re-sew over this. So I have threaded my machine with the nearest colour, and what we can try to do then is to just move the zip over slightly so that the repair doesn't show, and then to compensate for that we will also move the other side over just slightly, just a few millimeters, just so that we're not taking in too much of the actual garment. Now, the other thing that would be a good idea is if you have a zip that is somewhat longer, it would be better to put it in on that seam, because obviously the strain is at the beginning of the zip. So if the zip is further down, it is less likely to get torn. All right, so bear with me and I will try and show you what I'm doing. Okay. The hazards of having your cabin out in the garden really is this one. So here's my pressing cloth. I have the right threads on there. I'm going to lay that down and put it onto my there, and you can see then we'll put that piece of interfacing on the inside of that one. I've been away on holiday and my tools are not exactly in the right place anymore. So find an unpicker, come above on the other side, and we'll start to take out the stitching that the zip is on at the moment. Okay. Undo well past. These type of zips are really vulnerable. The fabrics are sheer. The zip is sewn very close to the teeth, and by its nature, whenever there is strain, it goes quite quickly. Now, this particular client says that it shouldn't matter if the fabric, if the zip is moved along the fabric slightly. So I haven't seen her in the garment, so I'm just having to trust to luck. So it will be taken in as minimum as I possibly can. As I say, if I had the same zip in stock, a longer zip, I would have probably been inclined to put that in so that the strain is no longer in the same place. I don't have one this colour, and this garment is needed for the weekend, so it'll come a good way up, away from the damage. Remove the zip out of the way, and then we can bring our garment to the table and recompress. Now I'm going to do this through a cloth because I do not want to scorch the garment. So it's a bit annoying because you can't quite see what you're doing, but the last thing we want to do is put an iron mark into the lady's clothing as well. So turn that up a little bit. It's not on the hottest, it's only on warm. Okay, come back, get that press. And then I'm going to just press out a little bit on the other side because I'm going to be moving that seam line. So we want to press out the stitching line here if we can without causing any more mayhem. I really could do with the steam on this, but I haven't got the water in the cabin at the moment. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of steam in the iron. That's good. I'll go back onto the reverse, and I'm going to unpick that seam as well a little bit further down, I think, so that we can come in at a bit of an angle. That's better. And then we're going to just poke our threads, following the grain as best as we can. All right, there are fabric glues that you can sometimes, you see them where they make invisible mending, but I'm not an expert with that. So I'm going to take my interfacing and make it across there. Put my ironing cloth back. And we're ironing in the strengthening. Okay. So that will give me a better surface to work on. And then we can turn that over You can still see some of those threads. So what we need to then do is to stitch that. And I'm just looking at my machine, and I think my fabric, my thread is dark like their zip one is. So I'm going to see if I can find a slightly redder burgundy than I've put on there.